Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Brian here back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at 5 random things that we can find in St. George, Utah. St. George is a city, the 5th largest city in Utah, with about a population of 100,000 people, and it's right on the Utah-Arizona border. At one point during this settlement of this area, they thought that they could grow cotton as a crop, but unfortunately, it never grew. But the city still grew, and that's what we have today. It is also pretty much on the same road as Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is just down the road. So you'll get some people here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding 5 random things, and we're going to be reviewing them out of 5 categories of 5 stars. For the first category, it's going to be location. For the second category, it's going to be style or what it is. Third will be pictures. Fourth will be reviews. And lastly, 5 will be curb appeal. At the end, we're going to be reviewing all of our places and seeing which place stood out the most to us and ranked the highest. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so for the first place that we found the Fiesta Fun Family Fun Center. They put fun twice in it. Wow, so you know it's going to be good. Um, Closed at 11. It does have a website. 3,300 reviews, about 4.5 stars, $3 a ticket. That's actually not that bad. I don't know what the prices are in Utah, as it might be a little bit more pricier for Utahians. Um, for the location, it's in a good location, I would say. It's on a highway, basically. It's in pretty much the center of St. George. St. George is pretty sprawled out, but it seems like it's pretty much where you want to be. Um, First peek at the reviews. Batting cages, haunted house, friendly employees. It's all about that service. Um, First review, 5 stars, 11 months ago, and they got some pictures. Okay, so let's take a look at some pictures. Nice cactus out front, bowling. It's got some curb appeal. Water sports. Um, it's an arcade, kind of like a Dave and Buster's on the inside. Ooh, nice bowling alley. Some tree decorations. Nice, whatever's playing on TV. Drunk driving ad or something like that. I don't know. There's that tree decoration. You've heard of gutter balls. Now get ready for accidentally hitting the tree. People enjoying the water. Um, Nobody's really wearing bathing suits, so I don't think you actually go in the water. Go karts with the kids. Whoop, that's sorry, that's a little bit loud. Um, some ride or something like that. This is another front to it. A mini saloon. The Slade Hotel. Guns, furs, hats. The general store. And that's the vibe. Denver mattress. I do see some Colorado influence this year, despite being in Utah. Something about a Colorado plateau or something when I read the Wikipedia. 9 tickets, 106 tickets. One candy necklace is 40 tickets. Any good prizes? Some action figures, Nerf guns. Always love playing with Nerf guns with the animals. Um, Cooler 53,000 or 5,300 tickets for the Batman set. That's crazy. Little hot dog. Bowling or bowling ball. Um, Laser tag too. Wow, this place has laser tag. Color hours. Blue, red, green, brown, or something like that. More of that water thing outside. Little water display. Is this the haunted house? Um, Strange. Biplane decoration. It's a castle. This is mini golf actually. This is mini golf. This place has a lot of stuff to it. Wow. Fun packs, family pass, 5 hour junior, limited hour, go-karts. Yeah, this place is crazy. They got everything here. Private bowling alley. And he gets a strike. What a legend. Oh, that's not a strike. There's only 3 pins there. He gets a spare. What a legend. Um, this room has an interesting decoration of lightning bolts and bicycles instead of the trees that we saw in the other room. There's that tree. There's that TV. It's pretty big. It's actually pretty spacious. Usually there's a bar as well somewhere in the bowling alley. Usually something like that. Uh, Typically that's seen. Maybe it's not here. Maybe they have a separate section for food or something like that. If they even have that, they gotta have it. How many tickets is the TV? I don't know, but it's a 58-inch TLC, TCL. So TV's up for grabs. Eat. I'm assuming this is the food area. We have a vending machine, ATM, and that's the vibe. No, no, that's the vibe. Look how happy she is. That's a lot of stuff. All right, what do we got? We got some nerds. 225? Jesus Christ. Remember that one person had like 70 tickets. Can't even get candy, bro. 750 for a stuffed animal, 12,000 for an RC car. 80,000 tickets for that 58-inch TV. 100,000 tickets for the sound system. Why is the sound system more than the TV? That doesn't even make sense. You need the TV to use the sound system. You would get more use out of the TV than the sound system, actually. 1,000 for a soccer ball, 2,600 for an LOL surprise doll or something. 130 tickets versus 47. So this guy got not good stuff, honestly. They did pretty poor with the choices that they did. They should have pooled their tickets together and got this lucky cat for 1,100 or 4,400 for a Sonic car. SpongeBob, RC cars. Nerf gun's gonna set you back 4,000. Pool floaty is gonna set you back 5K. Why is the Nerf gun two Nerf guns is equal to less than a pool floaty? But this Nerf gun, it's like an airsoft gun. Is a little bit more. So I'm odd as to who's making these prices. Robot 1,500. Okay. Oh, Christmas time. They got rid of the they got rid of the coffin decorations. And now it's Christmas time. Um, oh, look at that thing. That's like the Jamaican banana of Utah or whatever's down here. Up by me, our amusement park, we have a Six Flags, and they have Jamaican bananas that you can win if you like shoot basketball hoops or something like that, or I don't know, but they're huge. What's this? Oh, the batting cages. That's right, they do batting cages. So they have baseball outside too. Does it have a basketball hoop? I think that's the one thing it's missing, actually. Is a basketball hoop and a mini soccer field. Pardon our dust. 30,000 square feet, even more. They just keep adding stuff to it. This place is crazy. Minecraft Dungeons Arcade. Um, Snake. How much is the snake? 400 tickets? Yeah, they should have gotten the snake instead of that cheap ass candy they were looking at. Look, here are these kids falling for that scam. It's not the candy. The candy's too expensive. The slinky bracelet's not good. Get the snake. Get the snake. Or the pug. Nah, I kind of want the snake. The snake's cheap too, 400. But the emoji pillow's 600? I mean, come on. No brainer, at least in my book. What is this? We keep seeing this. What is this? People don't go inside of it, I don't think. It's just a decoration. This is conference room, birthday party conference rooms. Um, okay. I think we've seen pretty much everything here. Any good pictures by people? Probably not. Nope, just by owner. Okay. So let's take a look at the reviews, see what the reviews have to say. Haunted house. Let's look at the haunted house reviews. So what are they going on about? Something about the haunted house. This should 5 months ago. What was 5 months ago? 5 months ago was December. What? This review is not about the Fiesta fun itself. The facility is great, always clean. This is about the Fiesta fright that they do in the old building. Oh, so it's the old building. Wristbands. Check your wristband. Not friendly. Um, took my sons to the haunted house. Also to the haunted house. Ooh. But I went to the haunted house on Saturday and I was incredibly disappointed. Skipped the lines for the VIP experience, but the regular line moved twice as fast as ours. Huh. And the escape room was literally one clue that the clown gave us 5 seconds to try and figure out, and then decided he needed to just do it himself. Wow. Well, escape rooms. I had the experience of going to an escape room in a mall, and I was probably, I not probably, I was 18 or 19 years old, so I was an adult. And when I went in there, it was like Candy Crush references, and it was a little childish. It was too childish. It wasn't that good. Um, for Lazy Tag and mini golf, it could be a great stop. But for the spooky season, don't waste your time. Just go to the farms. All right, let's look at the actual reviews. That's just the haunted house reviews. The actual reviews. So let's see. 5 months ago, batting cages, mini golf, prize counter. You get a lot of tickets if you play the coin dozer machines. I have learned, actually, that at the arcade my family would go to growing up, skee ball. Consistency and skee ball was how you do it. You go for constant 30, 40, 50s, and you're good. If you try to go for the hundreds, you're an idiot. You don't shoot it down the middle of the lane. Instead, you hit the side of it, and then it'll bounce off and go to the middle. That's how you do it. Bowling. Place is so much to do. Water bumper boats that squirt water. Yeah, that would be fun. Get a couple buddies and do that. Fun for myself. Fun for the staff. Great time on the go-karts. This guy was staff is super nice. This guy's Luigi. Um, is there a Mario? Yep, Mario, Waluigi, Princess Peach, and Luigi. Wario. But there's no Waluigi. Anyway, that's pretty funny. Always good time. Always a good time. 5 stars. Team party. Always a good time. Place is a blast. Many of the games are not working. It feels like a waste of time and money when you have to keep looking for staff to report broken machines. It really makes you lose interest in playing. I hope management can improve. Booked a private room for our son's birthday. Totally worth it as far as private parties. Only thing is that the bumper boats and the racetrack was closed, so the only attraction was laser tag. They could have done a little bit more for their party. We still have a mini golf during the construction. Yeah, because they're under construction. How long ago? 2 years ago. So they should be finished their construction. Fun day out for the kids. Beanbag toss is only 2 beanbags because you're waiting on the few pieces to come back. Oh, they're probably talking about the clown game where you throw the things at the clowns. Usually they're balls. What is this? Oh, it's a robot. Grandkids having a blast. The prizes aren't terrible. Reasonably priced. 5 star. Husband and I had such a great afternoon. My husband and I had such a great afternoon. Staff was fantastic. They were short on staff when we first got there, but that was early in the day. Completely inept staff. We were told we needed 2 lanes to bowl with more than 6 people. Fine, we have 8 and attempted to reserve 2 lanes. They reserved only 1 lane for us and said 8 people can bowl in 1 lane. We would have preferred 2 lanes after a 2 hour wait. They mixed up all the kids' arcade cards, which has caused some heartache because it only is accumulated, so you can't um you can't add tickets together. You can't. So it's ticket per card. So some places are like you put it in the machine, you get a receipt, you can add the receipts together, but if they do it on a card, you can't because they scan the cards. You can't add them. Had a great experience all the time. Some machines don't work. Purchased the attraction, we were dissatisfied. My daughter's gun and laser tag kept malfunctioning, not letting her shoot. We went to bowl and it was a 2 hour wait. I wish they had told us how to sign up when we purchased the pass. We would have signed up right away. We had to leave and wasted money. The games were fun, good, what you would expect. It's kind of what you would expect at an arcade place. For 25 bucks, ride the bumper boats and get 5 bucks for the arcade. Such a sweet deal. So, pretty fair, pretty fair. Good, good. Jeez. They denied us for a refund because our lane just experienced different issues. They could have done more for you. This is not the customer service we strive for. Whatever. Whatever. Breadsticks. Um, Clear where their focus became. The video game section and the bowling alley were amazing. The bumper cars and go-karts looked great. Mini golf was once amazing, but now clearly neglected. Disappointing. The lagoon. The sewage lagoon outside the hotel. That's the vibe. After waiting an hour, dude, they hate bowling. Employees started making fun of my kids. Guys are smoking in the bathroom. One person says my kid's tall enough, the other one says no. The girl that sold the limit card said my son is tall enough, he goes, and the boy says no. Oh well. We do apologize. Two different staff members. The member at the register should have checked the height more closely. Our height requirements are set by our insurance company and are for safety of all guests. We don't have any flexibility on that. If your son was not 60 inches, he's not tall enough. Uh, Some was good for everything else though. The smell inside was so strong it gave me a headache. Yes, that is another thing with arcades and bowling alleys and things like that is they're going to be on the inside. You are going to basically get hot, sticky, sweaty teenage boy the whole time, and it's just gonna reek. It's just gonna smell like BO the whole time. So, um, suck machines were either broken or not accepting card swipes. I recommend this place. We haven't tried the food yet. No Friday or Saturday because it's busy. Went there as a kid, now as an adult. I think that's going to do it for the reviews batting cages. Some balls go outside the lines. My son got hit on his upper arm and has been hurt for over a week. Dude's getting slammed by the machine. Uh, We'd like to know. So let's take a look at the website. I have good hopes for the website, actually. So far, this company seems pretty polished. Um, Loads pretty quick. That's a good sign. Has their hours. Also a good sign. Holiday hours already. The B Lounge. Bowling. The B stands for bowling. Go-karts, arcade, bowling, mini golf, laser tag. This is already finished. This is here. Bumper boats. Oh, the renovation started March 23rd. Um, and the the bowling alley with the um bicycles on top, the B Lounge, bar grill. Oh my God. But bar is spelled Barre. Um, the bicycle bowling alley is under construction. We do not outside food or drink. Pizza, burgers, sandwiches, wraps, corn dogs, chicken strips. Two? Only two chicken strips? I get it's a little kids, but come on, bro. You gotta do a little more than that. At least give us three. Most places do three or four, sometimes five. So, um, what else they have? Uh, the bowling assist there's a crocodile. That's funny. I know when I went ice skating, they have those push carts that you use to help balance yourself. It's funny to see that this one is converted into a an alligator for the kids. Go-karts, $8. That's so cheap. Dude, that's so cheap. Around me, go-karts are like $50. Not even exaggerating, bro. So expensive. Usually it's an indoor track too. Storm, VR gaming. I'm not a fan of VR games. King Kong of Skull Island, cinematic, interactive VR experience. Uh, when did King Kong Skull Island come out? 2017. Is there any LGBT in it? Apparently, the monster versus first queer character. Okay, all right, well, whatever. But Halo, again, these are like old games. That's the thing with games is that they kind of go out of style a little bit, but they still have some value. Um, 20 people laser tag? Wow. $33 per guest, minimum 20 guests. 33 times 20, 660 bucks. That's not the worst. It's still a little expensive, but it's not the worst. Um, 200 guests for $31. 1750 for pick two activities. Oh, that's for the 5 hour unlimited. Pick two activities, 20 people. Whatever, whatever, whatever. All right, well, that's going to do it for the website. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and give our review of the Fiesta Fun Family Fun Center. For the first category, we're going to be looking at location. For the location, we are going to give it pretty much a 5. It's on this main highway artery here. Um, it's in the center of the city. It looks like you can turn off, maybe. Yeah, it's not too hard to get here. It's not impossible. It's right next to the middle school. Oh my God. This place is dangerous. All the kids are going to the Family Fun Center. Fiesta Fun Family Fun Center. Jeez. So location we're gonna give a 5. For style or what it is, um, we are probably going to give that. Mm, we're gonna give it a 4, just because they could have done a little bit better with the upkeep, just a little bit. Um, the design was fantastic. Everything was fantastic about it, but they could have just done a little bit better with upkeep and things like that. Um, the outdoor parts compared to the inside parts clearly showed a contrast of where to focus. We saw that lagoon with the Western Saloon that did not look good. So we're gonna give that a 4. For pictures, pictures did really, really well. Hardly any of these were product pictures. This is all family experiences. It showed us even the prices of the tickets. It showed us all this stuff. I mean, come on. I think the pictures did fantastic. And then the Halloween decorations where Rudolph stood earlier. So we're gonna give that a 5. For the reviews, we're gonna give the reviews a 4, just because they do have a haunted house experience that people did not like apparently. There was some issues with the games not working right, and there was also an extreme wait time with the bowling alley. So the bowling alley is really what did it. But it did really well. It's just could have done better. So we're gonna give that a 4. And lastly, for curb appeal, we didn't even look at the curb appeal. But curb appeal, we're probably gonna give it. Uh, yeah, we'll give it a 5. That's pretty solid. You can, oh yeah, you can tell what this is. Ah, look at that sign. Oh yeah, you can tell what this is. So, um, so for curb appeal, we're gonna give that a 5. Let's take a look at some more of the inside, just because we, oh geez, what's my guy doing? Just because we kind of glossed over the street view. I want to see at least the inside. That's the vibe. Um, okay. Yeah, it's kind of what we expected. I mean, the pictures did justice. So, we're going to give Curb Appeal a 5, and that is going to do it for our review of the Fiesta Fun Family Fun Center, and on to our next location. All right, so for the next place we found the Gila Siegmiller Historic Farm. Now, when I think of Utah, or pretty much most of the Midwest, I think of basically this tractor out front of a barn. Um, oh my God, look at that resort. Uh, so it has 250 reviews, 4.5 stars, and it has a city website. First review, it says 5 stars, 10 months ago. I didn't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect either. But it is outside the city. It's more towards the airport, which uh, I'm not real sure what that really means, but it is not too close to things. It is a farm, though. Also, another thing is this place is semi called Dixie as well, so you'll see a lot of like Dixie this, Dixie that. When I think of Dixie, I think of Dixieland. So maybe this is it. Let's go ahead and look at some pictures. Look at that barn. Um, are those the child workers? Small Talk, Dan Hill, 2016. Art around the corner. Um, most family farms use their children for labor. That's why they have a lot of children. Also, historically, the U.S. would use a lot of children for labor, but that is just an unrelated statue. Homestead. The Yordi. I wonder what those symbols mean. How many Utahs does it take to build a barn? That's the vibe. This is like a gala event or something. A little goat. Uh, uh, there's nothing. This is all just nothing. Little creek, little pond, but there's not even grass here. I mean, come on. There's grass here, and then it's just desert, and that's Utah. Oh God. A donkey. Please don't feed the animals. Hopefully we can see this. This is, what does it say? Leisure Services Department? The hell is that? You mean the Recreation Department? Goats. Yeah, the tractor. That's the vibe. This lady's getting with it with her hoedown and hoot nannies, preparing her 2 steps. Um, nice wood stove. I mean, where I am, you can still kind of see these in houses. Not this in particular, but a lot of more rural areas outside of the city, you see basically wood heated homes. People live like that still. Basically, people live like that still. Um, this is a nice traveling cabinet, I think they're called, spice cabinet or something like that. Spice hutch. Um, keeps all your stuff. Usually there's a coffee grinder in here. Built-in coffee grinder. The ghosts. More ghosts. Probably a full moon. But that's pretty cool. This is their hoedown, and that's the bride to be. Barn, cottage house, dirt road. I mean, it has a sign and stuff like that, which is good. It's got some appeal. Um, Goat, banquet chairs. Yeah, so they do like events here. That's the vibe. I feel like we're about to see like the Yodel kid, the Walmart Yodel kid. That's an older meme, but that's pretty much the area where he would probably come from is Midwestern US. Good sized property. It's got some distance. I wonder what the farm was though. Trees, apple picking? Not really. I don't think it's gonna be that. Oh, it's a goat. Yo, he's petting a goat. He says yes. A little pond, donkey. It does say leisure services department. No, it just call it the recreation department, or the Department of Recreation. Be normal. Just be normal. And they do races here. Road grader, used for scraping down the dirt, rocks, or other debris to form smooth roads by removing ridges and ruts. 1880s. So it just scrapes the ground. That's actually this is still commonly used. This is actually still commonly. It doesn't look like this, but a lot of more remote like gravel roads still have the workers, the caretakers use a rake on the back of their truck and drive really slow to level out the gravel. Otherwise, it'll just, move and defeat the whole purpose. Buggy, an old Amish buggy, a wagon. No, it's a baby goat. He's a tiny one. Oh, it's another baby goat. He's also a tiny one. Ford, son, get ready. General Motors is shaking when they find out Ford had a son. That is a nice house. That is probably where the family lives. They actually live in this instead of that cobblestone place we saw. Beanbag toss. Just kind of an open area. Kind of whatever. This could be a pump house, now that I'm thinking of it. Or it could be that small kitchen that we saw, so it could be either. Alright, I think we've seen enough pictures here. So, let's go on to some reviews. Yep, wedding reception. Rustic barn. I didn't know what to expect, but actually it's a public park that anyone can enter. It's open till 10. Went on Sunday around 5, no one was there. Well, there's no one in Utah. So, nice sunflower. Historic farm, wonderful spot for birding. It's flat. What birds do you see? Roadrunner? Um, Cooper's hawk, meadowlarks, blackbirds. Do you get to see any of the birds? Oh, this is a bird. Oh, it's a rooster. Uh, some cows, donkeys. That's a huge field, but there's a housing development behind it. I wonder what that is all about. Went to a wedding that was hosted here. It was good. They need to make better vents in the bathrooms because it was 1,000 degrees. Clean, but 1,000 degrees. Small bit of farmland. Whoops. I accidentally hit like. It's nice but impractical and expensive for a wedding. No bride's room. You still have to rent chairs and it's expensive. You're at a park. You're at a park, basically. You're at a barn. What do you expect? You should have just had your place at the wedding at the Fiesta Fun House. Fiesta Fun Family Fun Center, I think was the full name. That's the family. That's the bride. Nice. Went for a wedding reception. A lot of fun, but if you're allergic to horses and the desert growing things, like I am, it might not be. I'm pretty allergic to the desert. I need lots of water. I'm not really sure how to rate this beautiful venue. I received a flyer for a farmer's market, so I decided to try it out. The farmer's market was a real disappointment because there were so few vendors, maybe 10. There's nobody out here. Dude, uh, there's no one in St. George. There's no one in Utah. That's why. Um, you're at a remote farm in the middle of nowhere, just off of the airport. Sure they open up for Christmas and Thanksgiving. I don't think this place gets snow. So I'm sure it's also going to be 50 to 70 degrees in the winter. A little far to walk from the parking lot to the farmer's market. There was only one person. The bread looked fabulous, but at $10 to $12 a loaf, we couldn't afford that. That's why I marked it down for their early morning market, which was lovely. First time visiting. What was it before? Make reservations in advance. That's basically it. It was cozy and rustic, picturesque. The barn. Management was horrible. They did not communicate all the rules until we showed up. They were bossy and stuck around to tell us how to set up. They made us all new decorations. Oh, they made us get new decorations. Rude on the phone. But be aware of how you are treated by the staff. I would not recommend this place. This was 3 years ago, just after COVID. Nice, affordable, pretty hot. Um, they just want to add fans. That's it. 5 stars, 5 stars. This was before COVID. This place seems like it was intended for school children to learn about local history. We showed up and we were only people at this place. No staff, no docents, nothing but a few cows and goats. Um, but I mean, you could just wander and pet the goats and cows. The place is well maintained. The bathrooms were clean. Picnic tables clean. A little babbling fountain. I just wouldn't make a trip out of here. If it's on your way, yeah, go and see it. But I mean, like, I wouldn't go just for it. Being taken to the large house. Replica on site. He shook blood all over the kitchen walls. No spots on the replica. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. If you want to read about that guy's dog, go ahead and pause it. But 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 4 stars. Public park. Public park. That's all it is. That's all it's gonna be. Yada 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 yada. All right, well, kids can learn something new, like pet the goat. Let's go ahead and take a look at the website. We have a state website, reserve and amenity. 30 acres. Siegler Miller family. Who are these people? St. George, Utah. Court ruling tears at the fabric of a southern Utah's family life. Oh, their family died. Farm. We just want the farm. Um, who were the early settlers? See, that's where it's saying it's about trying to grow cotton, but then they realize that they can't grow cotton out here. And then they call it Utah's Dixie. So that's why we keep seeing Dixie. But uh, a barn can be 134 people, 19 picnic tables, goats, chickens, and cows. There's also an orchard and a garden. What is the orchard, though? An apple orchard? The eggs from the chickens and the fruit and vegetables harvested there are donated to Switch Point. What's Switch Point? It's a beautiful place to walk around and enjoy the peace of the farm. No reservation for the marathon. All right, well, that's going to do it for the website. Let's take a look at the street view. We are on, all of these streets just have numbers. 3000 Street. What we are on 2592 South 3000 Street. Jeez. That's it. That's exactly it, actually. That was actually pretty quick to find. Here's the sign that we keep seeing in the pictures. Here is the barn that we also keep seeing in the pictures. And that is that stone mason house that we keep seeing in the pictures. So the pictures were pretty accurate. Um, we can't really see any of the walking path or anything like that for the pond. So that's kind of unfortunate, but come on. This is all just gonna be blue. Whatever. It did pretty well in its street view. What is this? Is this also the farm? Layers. Let's look at terrain. That is, yep, that's the whole farm. Some bakery. I don't think that's really a bakery. I think that's part of it. Same thing with this. I think this is just from the farmer's market. That's the barn. That's the Mason house. Little pond that we keep seeing. This is the orchard. That's also another pond. Pretty much just a large walking path. It's nice. I mean, there's not a whole lot there, but it's nice. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and give our review of the Hella Sieg Miller Historic Farm. For the location, um, Domino's. Location, we're probably going to give a 3. It's pretty far away. It's not near anything. This is all like houses and stuff. This is nothing. This is just a whole lot of nothing. So we're going to give location a 3. For style or what it is, we're going to give it a 5. This is very much a barn. It's a park. It's basically just a park. Um, I wish they told us a little bit more about the family, but oh well. I want to know how they acquired this land and what brought them to Utah. But style, we're going to give a 5. Pictures, we are also going to give a 5. We got to see some animals. We got to see the buildings, the venues, the wedding, um, the sign. We saw a lot. We see the parking lot too. So, and even the inside. We even got to see the inside. So pictures, we're going to give a 5. Um, for reviews, we're going to give a 4 for the reviews. I guess some people are upset by the park staff being mean. And then also, people are upset that they don't have fans inside the barn because it's 1,000 degrees. And what else? There was another thing. Oh, parking being too far away. Parking being too far away. So we're going to give reviews a 4. And then lastly, for curb appeal, it did fantastic in the curb appeal. What? This can't be the same place. What's this? Oh, no, that is the same place. Okay, well, um, curb appeal, we're going to give a 5. It was exactly as the pictures. We got to see it. There's signs. You can see the building. It's nice. It's nice. So we're going to give that a 5. And that is going to do it for the Hella Siegmiller Historic Farm. And let's take a look at our next location. Okay, so for our next place that we found the House of Jump Trampoline Park. This is a little bit outside of St. George. You can see where we saw the Fiesta Family Fun Center. Um, Basically, it's just a singular linear road. It's also a Dairy Queen Grill and Chill. But here we have a trampoline park just outside of a couple of resorts, things like that. So I guess it's going for the touristy angle. Um, Almost 1,000 reviews, 4.5 stars. House of Jump. They do have a website. 5-star review for the first 8, or the where 8 months ago, 5-star review. So the location's a little bit further away. These resorts aren't very impressive to me. Yeah, I don't know. These aren't very impressive. So let's take a look at some pictures. House of Jump. They have an arcade games. Whoop, sorry. I thought I muted it. Arcade games. This guy has like moon boots. If you know what those are. Moon shoes or jump shoes or whatever. Um, a play castle. This place is huge. The main court. That looks fun. Uh, Concession stands. Some slushies. Wow. I like slushies. Crayon Land. Nice slide for the kids. Saw the bouncy castle for the girls. Rock wall climbing. That's pretty cool. But these are like gears. So it's a little bit different. Crayon Land. Shoe cubbies, benches, things, whatever. Pinball, or not pinball, gumball machine. Basketball. Basketball with a spring and some bleachers. So you can do a dunk contest with your homies or whatever. Hurricane simulator. That would be fun. People like this. It's not as much as the Fiesta Fun Family Center. Fiesta Fun Family Fun Center But it still has some stuff. This guy's doing a backflip. What's this video? Tightrope walking. That's pretty fun. Kids would like that. Um, Skate ramp. People would like that too. Climb up the skate ramp. Jump, dunk, and dodge. So this is the outside. Hopefully we can see this. The joke being is there's a trampoline for the logo because it's a trampoline park and a red door. Red door in hospitality means inviting and welcoming. So red door. Probably the grand unveiling. Their mascot. Looks like he's dressed for like karate or something. That guy has a nice beard. That's probably the mayor or something like that. I don't know. Bunch of town supervisors, perhaps. Um, $2 a bottle of water. I guess they just sell mostly drinks. Happy birthday, Ezekiel. However old you are. If you're watching this, Ezekiel, please be sure to leave a like. Um, Rock wall climbing. That's pretty cool. They have actually, this is interesting because their rock walls are different designs. They have like Legos, they have Rubik's Cubes, they have the gears. There's probably a space one with moon rocks or meteors that you climb up. Tightrope walking. This place is huge, bro. Jumpers, please exit here. Couch. That's always funny to see with very large buildings that are like this is basically just a hollowed out warehouse. And disclaimer. And so what they do for decorations is just put a random grandma's couch chair in the middle of the room. So you have this random leather chair just kind of there. Um, Gears. Yep, they're climbing the planets. Warp wall. Bouncy castle. This one's like the corner. Just a bunch of random ones. Crayon land with a slide. Your classic bouncy castle, but pink themed for the girls. I don't know if this is the same place. I think this is just a random picture. Jump up, and get down. House of Pain. Hurricane Simulator. Okay, I think we've seen enough pictures. There's just going to be a lot of pictures of random families, so we saw the inside. We saw the outside. We saw what we needed to. Dodgeball. Oh, dude, that would be awesome. The dodgeball pit only had 3 balls. Dodgeball zones and areas for just jumping around. Kids played dodgeball, climbed a rock wall. Thing sells nachos. So, okay, let's look at the regular reviews. Great family fun. You do have a $3 charge for special socks you must buy. Special socks? Was this like bowling? You have to get the special shoes, but you buy the special socks. Such a great time. We had a birthday party here. I get that it's a kid's place, but it's absolutely disgusting. Trash everywhere. Young workers socializing instead of keeping the facility. Place isn't even busy to excuse the disaster. Many tramps have holes and patched with tape. My son was injured during the lights off cosmic jump because he couldn't see the shoddy tape job and jumped into the damaged hole. Uh, yeah. Damn, bro. I mean, they're young kids. It's probably he's trying to get a girlfriend. Come on, bro. Mary, management tried to find your contact information in our system. We couldn't locate it. They'd like to try to make things right, so reach out to us. Mary, you are correct. It's unacceptable. Too hot inside. Dude, you're in the Utah desert. Of course it's gonna be hot, bro. Of course it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be 1,000 degrees. It's gonna be 1,000 degrees. There's kids running around, jumping everywhere, exerting all sorts of energy, bro. What did you expect? They don't care when they are covered in with sweats. My kids were so excited to use the dive jump area and it was closed. One of my kids had a birthday party here and that wasn't a great experience either. Host wasn't available when I needed and look after all of her. You're basically on your own for parties. It looks nice. I mean, you could have a party here. Is the mascot supposed to be a kangaroo? Because kangaroos jump? Is that what it's supposed to be? A karate kangaroo. Football. The New York Giants are playing. I don't know who they're playing, but they're playing on TV. Um, Staff is great. Games are awesome. Definitely the basketball area. Needs some maintenance, new paint jobs, bathroom, and cleaning. Would have been awesome if the games were in working condition. 4 star. All the kids are on their phone. Professionally monitoring the Malaya. They were professional. Kid's like 18 as a manager of a trampoline park. I don't know how professional you can really get. Really fun place, bit expensive, but lots to do. Tons of bounce houses for the kids. I like the separate area for dodgeball and basketball. Bathrooms were dirty, gross dried toilet paper on the ceiling. I visited House of Jump with boyfriend and daughter. We were hungry and I noticed several people carrying pizza boxes. Um, I went to the food stand and asked whether pizza was even sold here. I politely asked the blonde bouncer. No, you'll have to go to the front desk to ask about that. We don't sell them here. So what's the answer? Did you go to the front desk or was that it? You'll never find out. Crazy hot on the inside. So, how hot is summer in St. George, Utah? 100 degrees. 102 degrees. Oh yeah. Oh, that thing's gonna be on fire on the inside, bro. You're gonna walk in and it's gonna be a bajillion degrees. Cute Park, but it's almost too hot to handle. They had one tiny fan. That's not the fan that they're talking about. They're talking about this fan. That's the LGBT fan, or the rainbow fan. No other ceiling fans or units are on though, even though they were present. We paid a lot of money for our group to jump, but it wasn't as enjoyable with the excessive heat. If you're coming in to escape the heat like us, pick another place. Pick another location. Just don't go to Utah. Just go north. Just go to Colorado. Place that's lots of fun for the kids. However, a few things bugged me out. Bathrooms are dirty, hot and muggy. Lights are flickering. Concrete floor sticky for some reason. Oh, these are getting pretty rough. I have 4 boys with challenges, and this has been one of the few things they can do, especially in the winter. Now that we have to buy an hour and a half for $72. We can't come anymore. Yeah, see, that's what go-karts are like. Go-karts are pretty expensive, like $72. Um, it's sad because we've been going for years and I love it. We could buy 40 minutes for 36, which is manageable, but now you can only buy in half an hour on the weekends, which is the only time we can come. This is all just corporate, whatever. This is bogus. Um, Chat GPT. Okay, trampoline park. I found that a lot of trampolines were broken or ripped. Staple on the ground. The basketball court was good though, and the ice I ordered was very good. The slushy. 5 stars. Lots of good activities. 4 stars. Bit expensive. It's a little bit expensive. Let's go ahead and look at the website. Loads pretty quick. That's good. That's good. They have one of these things. That's gotta be fun. Sign a waiver. What does the waiver look like? Oh, purchase jump time. How much is the jump time? Don't forget jump socks. Socks with rubber grips are required. Feel free to bring your own or purchase them before you arrive. Jumpers will not be permitted to jump without a pair of jump socks. Hop till we stop. 5 p.m. till close. Cosmic jump. How much is cosmic jump? 18 bucks. Eh, it's not the worst. Could be a little bit better, but it's not the worst. 34 bucks for unlimited for all day, plus arcade points. So that's the difference is you get $1 off for paying $14 more for or $10 more for the arcade. Jump socks online. Can we see the jump socks? $3, but I want to see the jump socks. 20-hour punch pass. Monthly memberships? How often are you really going to the House of Jump? I mean, if you got kids, sure. All right. If you have kids, maybe. Trampoline, soft play, rock walls, VR, and video games. Um, Black and white Google Maps. About us. What is your about us? Jump, dunk, and dodge. Family entertainment. That's a pretty weak about page. Arrow ball, kids blow ups, dunk lanes, 5 rings, basketball hoops, two 16-foot hoops. Oh, 16-foot themes for climbing walls. Oh well. And then lastly, curb appeal. I don't think it's gonna have good curb appeal to be honest, but it'll probably exist. Southern Utah dumpsters? Come on, bro. A gym. Okay. I can see it being placed near a gym, not so much near a dumpster though. Storage unit. Um, this is the front. It's a huge building, but again, it's also being split with storage units. So, uh, that's basically it. There's not even like close stairs. It's either all the way over here or all the way over here. Um, I mean, the curb appeal exists, but it's not the greatest. But it does exist. What's on the inside? Can we look at the inside? I would like to see the inside. Prolific performance. No, no inside. Okay. Oh, here we go. No, this is the gym. What about this one? Street view. Street view. The gym. Okay, so I guess they promote the gym more than the trampoline park. So that is going to do it for the House of Jump Trampoline Park. Let's go ahead and give it our review. So first off, for location, it's not a good location. We're probably gonna give this a 3. It's just not in a good location. Um, yeah, we're gonna give that a 3. For style or what it is, it's a trampoline park, but it could have done a little bit better. It needs some maintenance work. It needs to be cleaned. It's got good style, but not the greatest style. Um, could have done better. Could have done a little bit better. So we're gonna give style a 3. For pictures, pictures did good. Not the greatest, but they did good. So we'll give pictures 4. Seeing some of the product pictures, or not the product pictures, the review pictures, it was not promising though. So we're gonna give that a 4. For the reviews, there was not good reviews. We will probably give reviews more likely a 3. There was some very upset people here. Maintenance of the equipment, uh, the staff sometimes, or the cleanliness. It's also extremely hot, but I think these people are a little misguided to go to pretty much the desert of Utah and not think that it's going to be hot. So, but we're going to give the reviews a 3. And then lastly, for curb appeal, um, it did exist, but it wasn't good. So we're going to give it a 4. Did exist, but wasn't good. So we'll give it a 4. With that being said, that is going to be the House of Jump Trampoline Park, and on to our next location. Okay, so for the next place that we found, it's not going to be this Megaplex cinema. It's actually going to be this Desiree Industries thrift store and donation center right next to it. This is going to be on the northeastern end of St. George as you are leaving the city. It's a little bit away from things. It's on the highway though, and it's easily accessible, so it's not like it's impossible to go to. There's also some other stores and stuff around here, high school, Costco, Texas Roadhouse, and a indoor golf or a golf store, and a Walmart. So this is more just kind of like, shopping area, but there's not much out here. We have just shy of 4 stars, 325 reviews, and it does have a website. So we'll take a look at the website too. First review, 5 stars from a month ago. Um, okay. Let's go take a look at some pictures. That's the front. Hopefully we get to see that. I think we're gonna see that. Um, Pretty big on the inside. Yeah, it's pretty big. Changing rooms. That's nice. That's nice. Um, Here's all this religious crap just kind of thrown there. I mean, there's a Hobby Lobby like right down the street, so it's probably all stuff from there. Books. Any Anne Hathaways or anything like that? No, probably not. Shakespeare's. Unlikely. Dog Lover's Companion. Blizzard Besties. The Great Horn Spoon. The White Giraffe. Five Alien Elves. These are probably like the animal section. This is Brain Crust. Supernature Lego book. Huh. How would the Lego book help you if you don't have the Lego set? It's probably just a catalog book, which is why it's probably at a thrift store. That's the vibe. That is also the vibe. This place is huge though. Checkouts, it's got quite a bit of checkout lanes. Um, Clothes, shoes. It's got some good stuff. Pajamas, pillows, furniture too. Wow. I wonder what kind of haggling you can do for some prices. I'm sure you can get a pretty good end table or something like that, coffee table for a pretty good price. Not retail price. The Treasures of Lancashire. What, like England? I think that's in England. Um, Empty shelf with wheels. So that's probably something that they swap out. Sofas. Oh my God, you can get a sofa too. Imagine going to a thrift store and just walking out with a sofa. Some people do though. Dear John. Dear John was the letters that they wrote in World War One and Two, basically saying that they are divorcing their lover or something like that. Sims 3. What else is here? The Tooth Fairy. Oh God. You, Me, and Dupree. Another Sims expansion pack. Rules Russian Hotel for Dogs. I actually had this movie. Transformers. Um, Hotel for Dogs was a good movie. As far as I remember, it was a good movie. Christmas time. Christmas time. 2017. This is old. This is almost 10 years ago by Mr. Marriott himself. So Marriott probably gets cheap furniture from thrift stores. Marriott is in like the hotel. Wow, look at these chairs. Oh, I would snag. What one would I want? I'm a sucker for rocking chairs, that's for sure. And office chairs too. Office chairs are expensive. Cabinetry, furniture, bike helmets, bikes themselves. Dude, this place is crazy. Luggage. Um, yeah, I mean, it even accepts donation lines if you're trying to donate something. Yard area, kitchen appliances, bunk beds, lamps, new furniture, stackers. Not seeing a rocking chair. See kitchen chairs. That might be one. Maybe. This might be it. That might be a rocking chair. Um, yeah, I mean, this place is nice. Old Saint Nick in America. America. Family home. Opening prayer. Song. Scripture. Lesson. Activity. Treat. Closing prayer. Oh, jeez. It's the most wonderful Christmas time. Always my mom, forever my friend. All this cheesy stuff. No wonder it ends up in a thrift store. I mean, there's also the magic of Christmas never ends because its greatest gift is family and friends. Um, this is like stuff that people make in their house or could make in their house, and it just ends up there. But on the commercial scale, it just ends up there. There's a American Mormon, spiritual progressions in the last days, in our Father's foolish our footsteps, our Father's footsteps, to make men free. Well, to make men free, they waved a lot of guns, so they made themselves free. Sizes, men's section, women's section we saw earlier. More books. We probably already saw that section. Shoes, clothes, parking lot. What's this? Whoa. Something about where all the heat is. What? I forget that streamer's name. I don't watch gaming streams, but uh that's a famous streamer. Record player. That's actually a nice record player. It's good condition. How much they asking for it? 220? Um, nice hutch. It's got some wear to it, but it looks pretty nice. I wish we could see the price. It's just blurry enough. 130, maybe? I don't know. That was just a random number. Could be. I'm not sure what that is. Sailor Moon. Nice. Good find. Coffee filter. Oh, jeez. Now we're getting to some cringe. Um, oh, these are all the valuables. Mikani from The Walking Dead. I don't know. I don't remember her. I don't remember most of their names. Um, sports games. After that year, sports games have like zero value. Basically $1. Xbox maybe down there. Shower enema set. How much was that? $3. You want it? $3. Okay. So I think that's gonna do it for the pictures. We've seen quite a bit of pictures. Let's go ahead and look at some reviews. Mason jars. Ah, people love mason jars. It's like catnip to older women. Mason jars. I can make a project out of this. My mom and I picked out 30 items of clothing, and it doesn't even begin to match the amount of clothing that's here. My mom gave me a little fashion show, and then it was my turn. We walked out with $80 of clothes, which was 15 items. High-end brands. We've been coming here for decades. Help people to get jobs too. Setting experience. Someone who's handicapped and trying to buy a few collectibles asked a staff member to assist. Uh, Being treated with such disrespect was shocking and disheartening. Uh, Experience was humiliating. I will never come back. Oh well. Honest opinion, on a business point of view, I'm a member of the faith, but lately some business exec somewhere overcharging things donated with okay is a good cause. But then why are the employees still being paid minimum wage and not enough for rent? Um, I remember walking in one time and scoring me some almost brand new Jordans priced at $15. Talked to the supervisor I knew, and when I told him, he said, "Uh-oh, someone messed up." Um, the mess up was, you got a sweet deal, bro. It's a thrift store. Bad encounter with the donation doc. Um, don't you dare let out the brake a second too soon or you'll get your head ripped off. I've been yelled at least 2 times because I didn't stop exactly where they said to stop. I mean, that's the same thing at the airport. It's the same thing when you get your oil changed at the mechanic. It's literally like, just listen to them. Drive slow and stop. Just put your car in park. Get out of the car and help them. But no, of course not. At this point, I'll probably just throw the stuff away. Sure. I mean, what do you care? One of the best thrift stores I've seen on my trip across the country. Walked out with an outfit booked for pretty dollars. I'm from Texas, or visiting Utah. On what, like a family trip? One thing I noticed is that people are not into talking to strangers. I tried talking to the manager and he would just walk away. Not friendly people, but I guess it's different from Texas. I'm a friendly talker. I'm not from Texas either, but I'm a friendly talker. I'll talk to a lot of people. If I could give 0 stars, I would. Shirley is a worker, and I would simply ask a question when I can donate toys, and she made it seem like I wasn't welcome. Love shopping for a good bargain. If you need anything, come here. Super clean, organized. I like the thrift store. Manager's friendly. It's usually very crowded, and other people can be rude because they're overstimulated. Ha! I gotta get those deals. My bargains. Prices are high for a thrift store. I thought they were supposed to be helping individuals who can afford items for retail stores, yet I can find shirts from Ross that are brand new for the same price. Just part of our Las Vegas trip is to stop and shop. Always find new clothes with the tag still on them or the odd and unusual finds. Love Sailor Moon. Never seen it though. But we love to see random anime pop up. But I'm not big into watching anime. Used to really like the charge way more for their clothes. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but this is a probably pretty great thrift store. I can't stand how they organize their shoes, but beyond the facts, um, for a religious institution, oh God, to have a profit business based on donations Mr. Quentin Reynolds was rude and condescending. I don't care. Maybe you should be thankful you have a job. Well, you earned the church $3. I hope you are $3 short of the celestial kingdom for being rude to your customers. I don't care, bro. I don't think that guy gives a shit either. I don't think he cares. Um, we go there every other week to look at the TVs. Uh, this is common actually. At least it used to be. This is still pretty common, I guess, a year ago. I remember growing up, we would go to the library to rent DVDs and movies. Um, the line will have 4 or 5 people in it, and the cashier just takes her time and talking and laughing. Finally, we just put the stuff down and walk out. Plus, you could sell more DVDs if you lower the price to $1. I know you can make a profit, but it was donated to you. We go out to the stores. Catholic. The store is huge, but the quality of the items vary greatly. It's a thrift store. No thoughtful display of items, presentation, or interior decoration, but someone with a key might find treasure. Overpriced. Outrageous prices. Some of them broken. Place sucks. You can find some stuff here. Okay. These are some bad reviews, Jesus. So that's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and look at the website. This is probably going to be a parent company or bring us to the church. Vacation. Ready on a budget. Oh, this has quite a bit of stores. Here we are. Nope. No, that's not us. We want St. George, Utah. And our guy's up here. It's basically in Washington. It's barely in Utah, or it's barely in St. George. Tells us store hours, about us. 1938. Pretty old. And it was a job training facility by the Church of the Latter-day Saint. Deseret means honeybee. The honeybee represents hard work, productivity, and collaboration. Nice. Gaber J. Grant. Um, so they're from Salt Lake City, and then they went out west to California. So, okay. So it's a Utah company. And then lastly, can we see some street view? Curb appeal. Oof. Maybe not. Oh, you better start praying. That's it. No, that's not it. It's kind of it. It's not it. What's over here? Um, Here we go. Here we go. Thrift store donation center. That is the entrance we're looking for. Yes. Yes. So this is our parking lot. That's the entrance. It's got some good branding. It's got some design out front. It's clear on what it is, and it even has this sign. I didn't even notice this sign. This is like one of those car dealership signs. So that's pretty good. I would say this is pretty solid. I would say this is pretty solid. So that's going to do it for the Deseret Industries thrift store and donation center. Let's go ahead and give it our review. For the uh, location, we're going to give it a 3. Mm, we're going to give it 2. If this was a 3 over here with the jump park, trampoline park, then this is a 2. So we're going to give that a 2. For style or what it is, it's a thrift store, but on the inside they could have done a little bit more with organizing or having decorations more appropriately. So we're going to give that a 3. For the pictures did pretty well. We got to see the inside, we got to see the round, we got to see a lot of the variations to it. So pictures we're going to give probably 5. We're going to give pictures a 5. Inside, outside, furniture, different sections, not so much people. Did pretty well. And it's not all by the company. I don't know who Isaac Matthews is, but he did a lot of pictures. So we're going to give pictures a 5. For the reviews, people hated this place. Too expensive. It wasn't what they were looking for. Rude staff, things like that. So we're probably going to give reviews a 2. What was the mason jars? Um, we're still going to give reviews a 2, but I want to see what the mason jars thing was. They just sell mason jars. Um, they never sell chipped ones, and at 50 cents. There's a Walmart like right next door, bro. You can get like 60 of them for like $5. Not exactly, but you can get a pack of 24 mason jars for like $12. It's pretty cheap. So reviews, we're gonna give it 2. And lastly, for Curb Appeal did fantastic, so we're gonna give that a 5 stars. And that's going to do it for our review of the Deseret Industries thrift store and donation center. And on to our final location. Okay, so for our final place, we found the St. George Dinosaur Discovery Site at the Johnson Farm. It's 4.5 stars. It's got 600 reviews. It does have a website. And the first review, 5 stars 2 months ago. It is east of St. George, not too far though, but it's a little bit away. Not too far though, a little bit away. Um, let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures. That is the dinosaur. That is backgrounds that they lived in. I don't know my dinosaur names other than Triceratops, Pterodactyl, T-Rex, and that a scientist that studies dinosaurs is a paleontologist. That is all I know about dinosaurs. Um, wow. If we can see this in our street view, that is going to be really, really good. Mega, Meganosaurus. He's a tiny guy. I mean, he's big, but he's not the biggest. It's a large sheet of rock. It's not a rock, it's a fossil. Well, it's a rock. Um, this guy, random dinosaur. What is this, a product video? I think so, by the website. Hi, I'm Adam, and welcome to the dinosaur exhibit. Um, they have a gift shop. Come on. So you gift shop, you buy tours, I would imagine. Look at all those dinosaurs. Books, puzzles, probably, toys, gifts. Some lady's wheelchair for when you call your grandma a dinosaur for being so old. Um, Triceratops, I believe. T-Rex. Uh, Pinky for size. Very interesting. Very interesting. Place is huge. Oh, always with the sound. This place is huge. Got a lot of good artifacts on display, but it could have been broken up into different sections, like room wise. Like this could be a different room. This could be a different room instead of just being an open area. But it still is pretty well. Um, I don't know. Oh, they have an outside section. So there's some outside stuff too. This guy is a Coleophysis bari, Coelophysis, and it ate meat. Like all meat-eating dinosaurs, it has four legs, or four toes. Interesting. Little lizard, little gecko, uh, pterodactyl, I believe. Pterodactyls are probably not the only flying dinosaur, though, so that could have been something different. This is the front. It's a nice modern building. It's nice that it's a science center, but um, I think that's going to do it for the pictures. Intrusive rocks. Show me the crystals. Show me the crystals. Um, okay. So let's take a look at some reviews. Paleontologists, see? Paleontology. This was an incredible discovery. It's so educational and fun. It's good for adults and kids. It was so enjoyable to see the actual dinosaur footprints and impressions of skin left in the ancient waterways. Plan to spend more an hour here. Good books. I want to see the waterways he's talking about. Is this it? Maybe. I'm not sure. $10 admission fee, and lots of prints and info to take in. Always been a fan of dinosaurs. 4 stars. Come on, give it a 5. Everyone was so kind. Kids just running around. Yeah, the kids would love this place. We would come as adults, but then we brought our kid. Came from California. Facility is clean. Cool exhibit. Real fossils. What is this thing? Oh my god. Is that the oversized bed bug or the butterfly that's gonna kill you? Um, that's whatever. Incredible dinosaur experience. I give it a 5 stars. Retired couple. Very small. We used our get out pass. Mostly fossils, but not a whole lot displayed. Probably cool if you like paleontology, but kids will get bored fast. Uh, that's the vibe. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's fun, but not big. After an hour, it starts to look the same. Kids had fun. For $5, that's a good deal. $10 for adults is almost too much, but it was a good experience for the family. They could have done $7 an adult. That's pretty cool. Looks like an ancient spider web. Um, that is pretty cool. Best thing in St. George, good learning. Amazing time at the museums. A volunteer. The staff was good. Wow, just wow. Remarkable finds. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 4 stars. They had to close early when the air conditioner failed. Um, it's very hot here in the summer, so that's an unfortunate possibility. 100 degrees, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, here's the rocks. Show me the minerals. And they have little dinosaurs in them. Treasure. Uh, that guy's pretty funny. This guy took a lot of pictures. Jeez. Lake Dixie. Had a good time. Lots of impressive footprints. I will say it's not entertaining for the most kids. They liked it. And there was some things, but not as many. I debated about whether or not this deserved a 3 or 4 stars. I felt the price was what you get for the high. That was pretty cool. My sons were quickly done. The large room were above average. I feel like adults would appreciate this more than the small kids, but I just don't think it's a 5 star thing. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Small, fun place to explore. Simple museum, not for the money though. Um, I still don't know what these things are. Okay, so let's look at the website. Hopefully we can see more of that gift shop in the website. Gift shop. What stuff do you guys have? I just want to look at it. Walk with dinosaurs. Website loads pretty quickly, so that's good. Book admissions. $5 kid, $10 adults probably. I guess that's gonna have a hard time loading. Hold on, let's reload the website and not try to book anything. Um, a quarry excavation. We have closed a dig site for the summer. Help fund the dig. Dino park, replicas and restorations, fossil prep lab. Um, no events yet. Okay. I visit the museum. $10 adults, $9 seniors, $5 children, babies free. Picnic tables, open drinks with straws, sippy cups, or coffee mugs are prohibited except in the lobby and outside. Uh, Walker with built-in seat available upon request. So they actually did have that walker for grandma because she's as old as dinosaur bones. So that's nice. It's nice that they have a walker. I know a fair amount of resorts will usually have like a cane or a walker in Lost and Found that is there for, you know, someone who falls or an elderly guest or something like that. Washington County, probably the county that we're in. Triassic level, Jurassic level, Cretaceous level. Grandparents pass. That's funny. Different guides. Dutch. Het geologisches milieu. We hopen dat u hebt genoten van dit bezoek en weer terugkomt. I don't know. We hopen that you have gotten of. I don't know. Alright. Explore the museum. Last thing we'll look at. Then we'll look at the street view. Take a look around this tour. Virtual tour, audio tour. Oh, that's whatever. Okay. SoundCloud. It was SoundCloud. SoundCloud rappers of St. George Discovery Site at Johnson Farms. Street view. Nice, 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 nice. So this is the Science Museum. Pretty good, pretty good. It's modern looking. A little bit up the street. Um, yeah, this is a nice place. Come on. Here, now we're in the parking lot. Yeah, it is kind of small. I do agree with that. It is a little bit on the smaller side, but little park area, and we did see that they did have a sign. Once that loads in, we'll take a look. The Dinosaur Discovery Site. Glass windows. Oh, it's gotta be 1,000 degrees. You're gonna be cooking. That sun is just gonna roast you, bro. Um, we also saw on the curb that it said St. John's or the Johnson Farm or whatever. And even from this angle, there is also a sign, so you can see it from the road, and that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and give our review of the St. George Dinosaur Farm. Oh my God, I keep messing up the name. Let's give a review of the St. George Dinosaur Discovery Site at Johnson Farm. Wow, that's a mouthful. So, for the location, we are going to give location. Hmm, come on. We're going to give location about a 4. It's still like in the area. It's in the industrial area. still kind of towards St. George, so we're gonna give that a 4. For style or what it is, Fossil Falls Park. We're gonna give it a 5. A 5-star style. It's clearly, well, we're gonna give style a 4. It's a little small. I wish they did a little bit more. So we're gonna give style a 4. It could have done a little bit better, but what they do have is pretty good. For the pictures, we got to see the room, we got to see the outside part, we got to see the front, the gift shop, a couple of videos, whatnot. Pictures, we're gonna give a 5. The pictures did fantastic. For the reviews, um, could have been better. We're probably gonna give the reviews a 4. No, we're gonna, well, yeah, we'll give it a 4. Their biggest complaint was it was too expensive for the adult admission, but also that there wasn't a whole lot to do after like 30 minutes to an hour. Kids could easily get bored, so that was a little bit disappointing. So we're gonna give reviews a 4. And then lastly, for curb appeal, uh, signs on both sides, branding all around. This is clearly what it is. So we're gonna give curb appeal a 5 stars. And that's gonna do it for our review of the St. George Dinosaur Discovery Site at Johnson Farm. And on to our final segment of reviewing all of the places that we saw today at once. All right, so here we are at the Washington County Administrative Building. Look how menacing that thing looks. That thing looks wicked. We are here to give our final decision on the places that we saw today. I'm going to go ahead and put those stats up on the board. If you did enjoy today's video, please be sure to leave a like. If you enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe. I do upload pretty often, so please be tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and with that being said, be sure to tune in next time when we find another random city in the world and see what it has to offer. So, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you then. Alright, thanks.